Come on in. Y'all come on in. Come on and hang out with me for a minute. Clint, how you doing? Y'all come on in, hang out with me for a few moments. Hope you guys are having a good day as you come on in. Come on in. So as you're coming in, do me a favor, make sure you hit the share button, and of course, drop me a hello so I know you're here. So yeah, just like I said, say hello, drop me a hello, hit the share button. Come on in. Hey, Dana Mason, how are you today? Rosie, how are you today? Y'all come on in. Hope you guys are having a good day. Before we get started, or as we're getting started, I want to let you all know that if you have not, well, you will be hearing, you guys are going to hear it, well, second, not first, but you'll hear it second, that we are doing our 2000 and we're doing our Reef Summer Global Drive Network, which I'm the CEO of. We're doing our Summer Reset and Refresh series again. So from the week of June 25th through the week of the week Monday through Friday, we will have different speakers. It's going to be a free webinar series that will be going on from 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time nightly in the Global Drive Room Facebook page. So if you're not in that page, then I need you to do that. But there's a link in there that you sign up, that you register. It's a free series. We're going to be talking about how to reset your body, how to refresh your spirit, how to reset your community, how to refresh your mind, and how to reset your future. So each night we're going to have a different speaker that's going to be giving us some great information. These are all people who are doing what they're going to be teaching on. So I hope you guys join us again. It's June 25th through June 29th. It is the Global Drive Network 2018 Summer Reset and Refresh webinar series. Again, you need to register. I'll put the link here, but you just register for it. It's no cost to you at all. It doesn't cost you anything. No tricks. It's just something we do every year because we want to make sure that you finish your year out strong, okay? So tonight I want to talk a little bit about, I just finished listening to my good friend Dan Thomas, and he was talking about how to get out of a comfort zone. So if you missed that, I want y'all to go over to Dan's page and check that out when you get an opportunity. But again, he talked about how to get out of a comfort zone. And so that was some good information that I think everybody should listen to if you have an opportunity. So again, when you come in, hit the share button, say hello. But I just want to real quickly talk to you guys about, I put up a post earlier talking about how people can invest. And so I wanted to give you guys something else. I wasn't able to do our Financial Fridays this past Friday because I was under the weather. I am feeling better, but as you can still hear, I'm still a little congested. But the show must go on, and so we're going to give you this information tonight. So again, thank you for tuning in. Hey Shalita, how are you? Sandra Hunter, how are you? Joe, what's up, my man? How you doing, man? You could probably be teaching this if you wanted to. Will, how you doing? And everybody else who I spoke to already. So a couple of things you can do again. If you saw the post that I put up earlier, I started that post, or shared that post, by saying that a lot of people come to me and say that, Winford, I really don't know how to invest or how to choose what to invest in. And one response that I always give is, I can guarantee you that you do. The first thing that I tell anybody is, look at the things that we purchase. Look at the things that you purchase and that a lot of people purchase, and invest in those companies. because those companies, obviously, if a lot of people are buying them, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. And then secondly, I tell people to look at the industries that they are passionate about and look at the companies in those industries. For example, I am passionate and partly because it's what I do, but I'm very passionate about the banking sector. So I know which banks are operating good. I know which banks long term would be a good investment and which ones are not. And so I can, same with anybody else. So if you can do that in hair care, if you can do that in technology, if you can do that in healthcare, then that is an area you need to look to invest in, because you, contrary to popular belief, you don't have to invest in multiple things. You can invest in one company if you are that confident. Again, that's not me giving advice. It's not me telling you that that's what you have to do, but it's saying that that is an option to people. Of course, we talk about diversification, which reduces risk, but again, my point is there can be multiple companies in an industry that you can invest in, so you know how to invest. It's just not being sure of what you're invested in. So again, look at what you're wearing. Look at the things that you and all of your friends buy. And if you know that you and a lot of people are buying that same thing, then guess what? That's a company you should look to invest. But what if you don't want to do that? Cool. Let me give you a couple of things that you can do, or a couple of areas you can look at. Hey, April, how you doing? Terrence, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Again, guys, as you come in, do me a favor, please hit that share button, okay? So if you don't want to, say the stock market is something that scares you, or picking individual stocks is something that scares you, there are other options that are available to you. You do not have to be afraid, or you don't have to be outside of the market simply because, or outside of wealth generation simply because you don't want to participate in the market, okay? So what else can you do? Well, of course, this is assuming that you have already established some form of savings accounts or emergency fund. Okay, I want to set that up. Please have some type of savings account or emergency fund, because I wouldn't want you to put all your money away and you don't have something just in case of emergencies. But okay, assuming that's done, then you can look at something like mutual funds. There are things called mutual funds that you can invest in that are a collection of multiple things. So you can have stocks, bonds, treasury bills, treasury notes, real estate trusts. You can have a lot of money markets into one fund, and you can invest specifically into that fund. Now, if you choose to invest in a mutual fund, you want to read the prospectus. So the prospectus is the little booklet that they give you that tells you what's in the mutual fund. And mutual funds have ratings just like anything else. So just like the 5-star rating or the 1-star rating that you give a restaurant, mutual funds have ratings too that let you know how well they perform. All of that is found in a prospectus, okay? And so mutual funds can be very aggressive. They can also be very conservative depending on your risk tolerance. So you can look into those and you can purchase those if, again, you are not comfortable picking individual stocks. And remember that word diversification that I shared with you a few minutes ago? That's the goal of mutual funds, is that you put your money into this fund. And the theory is that because there are a lot of companies in this fund, if company A doesn't do so well and company B, C, D, and E do, then you will still make money, in theory, in your mutual fund. So look into mutual funds. If you don't have a brokerage account, you can open one. Some of them you can open for free. Some of them you have to open with a deposit. Then you have some of the apps now, like the Stash, Acorn, Robinhood, those guys, where you can even start investing for as little as $5. But again, like I said on my post earlier today, guys, if we can spend, $50, $100, $200 a month on fast food, we can take 25 of those dollars and put them into a mutual fund, or put them into buying a stock, per pay period. We can do something like that, and you don't have to buy all the fund, or, a million. Wait until you have millions of dollars to do it. But even if we buy one share per pay period, then over the course of time, you will see your portfolio grow into something that you'd be very happy with. Number two, the second thing that you could look into is different types of life insurance policies. Traditionally, we are comfortable or understand what whole life and term life policies are. There are also, all policies are either whole life or term life, but there are certain kinds of whole life and term policies like variable policies and things like that that can be used like an investment. So as you put money into them, then they give you a dividend or a return on that money plus the face value. Meaning, so if you have a policy, let's say, for example, you have a policy that gives a 7% return plus the face value is $100,000. If you've never touched that but only put money in when it was time to redeem that policy, then you would have more than the $100,000 face value that was in there. Would be the $100,000 plus the other money that was in there. So there are other vehicles besides individual stocks that you can do that will help you gain a better return in helping your building wealth. What else can you do? Real estate. Y'all, in most cities, real estate, you can always find pretty decent deals in real estate. They're not the easiest thing to get into in some instances, depending on credit, but real estate is definitely something that we can do, especially when you're looking into multifamily unit properties. Again, having good credit is a help. Having a down payment is definitely necessary in most instances. But again, real estate is another option for those people who are not comfortable going and just picking individual stocks as their way to accumulate wealth. What I'm trying to tell you is, listen, there are other ways that we can do it, but we've got to get off the bench and start making moves. We can no longer afford to just sit back and wait for a company pension or for our 401ks to do it. We definitely, if you work for a company that has a pension, awesome. If your company does a 401k, use it, especially up to the match. But definitely do not allow yourself to have these years of your life and not invest into the wealth, not be a part of the wealth generation that is happening right now in this country. You can do it. Don't be scared. Get some books. Follow my stuff. I'm giving y'all all of this great information that I hope you're taking advantage of. There are a lot of people like me who are doing this. So even if you don't believe me, please just read, just do it, do something, because our families need us to be proactive. They need us to be the ones who say, listen, we're not going to continue in cycles of poverty. We're not going to be scared anymore. We're not going to just sit here and let life happen to us, but we're going to chase our dreams. We're going to go after the things that we always want to do. And I can promise you guys, if we are consistent about it, if we are consistent about it, I can guarantee you wealth is a lot easier than we think it is. All right? Again, I just wanted to let you guys know that. Have a good night. And if you missed this, go back and hear the beginning. And then make sure, again, if you have not hit the share button, that you hit the share button. And then last but definitely not least, make sure you signed up for the 2018 Global Drive Network Summer Reset and Refresh Series. I'll put the link. It's in the comments. It's free, but it's from June 25th through June 29th. It'll be right on Facebook. But we're going to give y'all some great information that I want you guys to take advantage of. All right? Good night.